Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost. The game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Now Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Wilson's pass.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Complete to number 86.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 6 catches, 61 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now Wilson.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
They'll run with Michel. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down.
On first down, Wilson.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's third down.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Travis Kelce.
First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
Seattle.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
8 yards. And it's third.
And maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Complete, the tight end, Kelce. And he gets it down to the 32. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17. Patriots, nothing.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Patriots take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 17-0 our score after 1.
The score, Seahawks 17. Patriots nothing.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Michel. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 17.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There's that man again. It's complete.
Pass.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Wilson off the play fake. And it's caught. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. He's been the forgotten man in this first half, not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Minshew, 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. It'll be Minshew again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete.
The keeper.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Off play action. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown.
Touchdown.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Wilson, off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And 7 at the 29.
On second down, Michelle. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
There on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 3.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop him. That's just
supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
56, on second and 9, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun. Wilson, flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Number 14, DK.
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough.
With the score.
It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. From the 45 on 2nd down, Minshew looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Minshew's pass intercepted by the Seahawks.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf, 56 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Looking deep for Julio.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf. The wide receiver yet to get back to his feet. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick here is good. And their lead will swell up to 28.
Seahawks 41. Patriots 13.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down inside the 30. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 more yards.
10 more there and another 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks look like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Again, it's Cook. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
41.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they